Good evening, everyone. Welcome.
Those elected officials have supported our mission and our mantra. From our founder, Mayor Emeritus Gene Brune, who is here with us tonight, Gene, to our current mayor, Jake Wilson, who will be joining us hopefully a little later. No applause, he's not here. No, he doesn't get any applause. With all of those elected officials, the Somerville Media Center has grown and survived many, many challenges. And so tonight, we honor, as we honored Mayor Brune, Congressman Mike Capuano, and State Representative Denise Provost. Is she here yet? She is attending. I don't know if she's here. We've honored these folks because of what they've done for the Somerville Media Center. So we're going to be honoring Joe Curtatone, the greatest mayor the city has ever seen. Just ask him, he will tell you that. You know, we're going to do a little video later, a tribute video, but it doesn't even come close to speak to all the challenges and successes Joe and his administration have faced. It will convey to you, we hope, why we chose Joe and our deep appreciation for everything he has done, both publicly and behind the scenes for the Media Center. With sincere gratitude to our board, our staff, our members, and our past and current financial supporters, we thank you all once again for coming tonight. Enjoy the evening. Enjoy our performers. Enjoy your older friends and please make some new ones. We'll be back with the award presentation in a bit, and now please give a big hand for Ken Fields and the Revolutionary Snake Ensemble. Take it away, boys.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming here. My name is Sean Fell. I'm the Executive Director of Somerville Media Center. I want to thank, my job right now is to thank a lot of people. I want to thank all of you for being here and everybody who helped put this together. I want to make sure that everyone knows about the important work that Somerville Media Center does. We are in the business of elevating the voices of this community so that all the various and diverse perspectives of this community can be heard and seen. Another way of saying that is media is power. And this organization works to share that power with the community, with the organizations, and with the residents so that they can advocate for their own interests, using their own words and their own voices. We work with, over the course of the last 12 months, we work with 90 individual members who are members of the organization. We have worked with over 100 children, teens as well. And we work with 30 nonprofit and city government departments as partners, helping them as tools in their toolkits to make great media and advance their missions and bring the important things about this community up to the surface. So we do that in a lot of ways. We run programs for children, we run programs for adults, we have access to tons of equipment and facilities, and we work with nonprofits as well, helping them bring their missions out. So I want to take a minute before we bring our honoree up, and I hope that he's close to the stage when it's his turn. I'd like to thank our sponsors for the evening who helped bring this together. I want to thank our gold sponsors, Summer Nova, who has a big team here today. Give us a wave. The Arts of the Armory folks are all here tonight behind the booth in all the corners, making sure this party goes great. I want to thank our silver sponsors, Federal Realty, Formaggio Kitchen, that's all the yummy food in the middle of the room, thank you. I want to thank Merrill Lynch and KC Wealth Management Groups and Navio Credit Union. I know there's a crew, there they are. Thank you for being here. And I want to thank Tufts University and our bronze sponsors. Their names are up here. I'm going to read excuse me for reading, there's just so many people I want to thank. I don't want to leave anybody out. Chris Vining and family, Gorin Properties. Jason Corey Photography, he has a raffle item over there. There he is. I'd also like to thank Middlesex Federal, Old Magoon Saloon, Sarma Restaurant, they have a raffle, and USQ. In a whole other category of thank you, I want to thank the City of Somerville for being behind this organization now for 43 years. I'd like to thank Senator Ed Markey, we may hear a word, and Liam Horseman, who helped put together a special presentation here. Event Them Productions brought this sassy red carpet that you all came through on. Thank you. I want to thank Revolutionary Snake Ensemble up here in front. These guys, they are bringing the fuel for this fiesta. Thank you. And our board of directors at Somerville Media Center, in particular the fundraising committee. Give us a wave if you're on that committee. They are the masterminds that help pull this together, and the staff of SMC and all of our volunteers who join us here tonight, and of course, all of you who are our biggest supporters. Thank you for pulling this together with us. Now, we're going to hear from another few friends. Joe, you have a number of friends here tonight, and this individual couldn't make it, but sent us a video, so I'd like to bring that up.
Hello, everyone. This is Senator Ed Markey, and I'm honored to join you tonight in support of the Somerville Media Center as we celebrate a giant of Somerville, my friend, Mayor Joe Curtatone. Somerville Media Center is Massachusetts' first independent, nonprofit, community access television corporation. You have been following local news longer than almost anyone. So it's not news to you that public broadcasting is under assault in this country. And why is that? Because wannabe kings know that you are the lifeblood of democracy. And in our digital public square, public broadcasting remains among our most reliable sources of public information. It is news of the people, by the people, for the people. And that's why I'm leading the fight in the Senate to protect federal funding for local media and public broadcasting, and why I've been proud to join with Attorney General Andrea Campbell to block the president from ending funding for PBS and for NPR. And I could not ask for a better partner in this fight than Joe Curtatone. Mayor Curtatone understands that local media is essential for a well-informed public and to make sure our leaders are accountable to the people which they serve. Throughout his time as mayor, Joe fought hard for Somerville Media Center and for Somerville residents access to information about their city, about their government. And when proposed rulemaking would have weakened community and government access television, Joe testified twice on Beacon Hill to save the Somerville Media Center. So it's no coincidence that under Joe's tenure, the Boston Globe called Somerville the best run city in Massachusetts. And that's not a coincidence, because Joe was the mayor. And the National Civic League twice gave Somerville an All-American City Award. His legacy at City Hall has continued with steadfast leadership and partnership with Mayor Ballantyne and Mayor Wilson. And here in Somerville, we know that strong, healthy communities start with a strong, healthy civic life. And the foundation of local civic life is local media. Because we know when the Boston stations cover the story, they pack up their cameras at a certain point in time and they go back to Boston. And you know what's left after that? It's the local media. It's you. It's the people who continue to provide the information which the people in Somerville need. So Joe, thank you for your support of Somerville Media Center, local public access, and a vibrant local democracy. It is an honor to call you my friend and a partner, and congratulations on this award. Tonight, we celebrate Joe and all of the victories that have been won so far, but all of the victories yet to be won, because tomorrow we continue that fight to protect local media. Thank you.
You know, and because we're a television station, we just can't help ourselves. We have this enormous library of 43 years worth of community history. We put together this little presentation coming next so that we can help you understand why we've chosen Joe Curtatone as our honoree this year.
Tonight, we celebrate former Mayor Joe Curtatone's contributions to local democracy, free speech, and community media with Somerville Media Center's Public Service Award. Joe's public career began as an alderman at large in 1995. He began campaigning for mayor in a special election in 1999.
Tonight I'm very happy to have as my guest Joe Curtatone, who's running for mayor of the city in a special election. How do you put the field together, and how do you really run a campaign for a special election like this?
You're right. Often I have to keep explaining this to people, why we have a special election. If the mayor's seat becomes vacant anytime outside the 5-month window before the regular general election, we have to have what is called a special election.
Ultimately, Joe was elected as mayor in 2003. As mayor, Joe led Somerville through major change. His administration expanded parks and green space, improved public transit, revamped city departments, and helped guide the city through many redevelopment projects. From the beginning, Joe demonstrated his support for Somerville Media Center and its mission. In 2007 and 2011, Joe fought against efforts to strip cities of their ability to negotiate local cable franchise agreements. His work helped community media persevere in Somerville and beyond.
Would welcome it.
So if Verizon came to us right now and said, we want to talk to Somerville about licensing, we would say,
Absolutely. Under the same rules that everybody else has. There's no reason, and it's not fair for them to circumvent us. The Verizon bill, again, not only cuts the legs out of cities and towns' ability, it takes away our ability to negotiate fair deals for our constituents, but it could mean the end of PEG access, cable access.
which is channels like this one.
Channels like this one, SCAT. It's all about profitability. The more it's about Verizon trying to be in the black as much as possible on their spreadsheet. Verizon has a good record of contradicting themselves. We have a great record in this Commonwealth of negotiating fair and equitable cable franchise agreements.
Joe consistently demonstrated his support for community media and loaned his voice to SMC's community building efforts.
It's no secret that a free press is one of the most important pillars of our democracy. As the oldest media access center in Massachusetts, the Somerville Media Center fills an essential role in that democracy and in our community. Somerville Media Center's dedication to not only informing and educating the public of the latest news stories and public events, but also to training the next generation of journalists is integral to the fabric of our community. And I hope.
After leaving public office in 2022, Joe has continued to play an important role in community media in Somerville.
You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never going to make you cry. And never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Thank you for your many years of service, Joe Curtatone.
Thank you. With that, I'd like to invite our president of our board of Somerville Media Center, Joe Lynch, to the podium.
Joseph Anthony Curtatone, you now know what it's like to age on film in front of your friends. I do have a distinct honor of asking a presenter to come up tonight, or presenters. So, what does this say? Oh, Lynch, number 2. Okay. You know, having grown up in Somerville, I came from a very, very political family. My grandfather, James Ryan, was a ward boss in the 1890s. A great uncle, Patrick Henry Ryan, was a member of the then Common Council. A distant cousin, John Meade Lynch, was a former mayor in the 1940s. And an uncle, Jake Ryan, a former alderman at large in the 1960s. The family lore was that family was the real power behind the person. Without their support and love, you simply could not do your job. The same is true for our awardee tonight. For over 20 years in Somerville's political life, Joe Curtatone had the support of his family. And so it is our pleasure to welcome Joe's wife, Nancy, and their sons to present the 2026 Somerville Media Center Public Service Award to Mayor Joe Curtatone. Joseph, come on up. Nancy and boys, come on up. Nancy, I wrote a little script for you.
Patrick wants to represent us.
All right. So I'm going to let Patrick introduce his mom and his two brothers that are here with him, and then talk about the one who couldn't make it.
Here tonight we have my mother, Nancy Curtatone, one of my older brothers, Joey Curtatone, and my younger brother, James Curtatone. I am Patrick, and the one who could not be here tonight, Cosmo, the most handsome of us all. He is busy with an internship, and he is doing great. Thanks to the Somerville Media Center for asking us to present the 2026 Media Center Public Service Award to our father. We could not be more grateful and more proud to say that you are our father and all that you do for us and the community, and you're the best. Thank you so much.
It's great to see all of you. You know, I haven't seen some of you since the COVID days, and that was too long ago, but it brings a smile to my face, and it's great to be in a room with incredible leaders. I do want to shout out, I appreciate the accolades. I'm flattered by this, but I stood on some pretty impressive shoulders, and we all do that in public office. Mayor Bruin and his team were the visionaries to create Somerville Community Access Television. I hope we also keep Howard Horton in mind tonight, Gene, the late Howard Horton. And former Mayor Dorothy Kelly Gay as well. Their leadership, they always supported SCAT. And I served on the board of all of them and now the council when Dorothy was in office, and I watched how much she supported this. And, you know, for me, that work was easy to advocate for this. We had great leaders in the community, and this is much like the building we're in now, it's a community asset. When this became the Arts at the Armory and it was about to be sold again, it was community activists, I think it was you, Joe, who threatened me, and a few others, but the city took action to make sure that this would be held by the public, and we took this by eminent domain. And that's not a word everybody likes to hear, but I think that one got some applause because it became a community asset. Well, Somerville Media Center, the former SCAT, is a community asset. And these themes have come across in the videos and the words by Ed Markey and others. If we want it to remain the community asset, we're going to have to do a lot of work. All right? Private equity, big money, over the last 20 years has decimated public journalism, local newspapers. I started an office after those two great leaders as mayor. The Somerville Journal, as an independent local newspaper, was still thriving, still thriving. Jack Conley, former council and alderman. Remember that, Jack? I don't have to tell you, it was a great newspaper to have that. But that and many other great media publications went away. We've all seen that in the last 20 years, and you're going to start to see local cable access in jeopardy if we don't come together. If we're going to want to make sure we just don't sustain but grow the media center, we have to raise money. We have to pitch in. It's too important for all the reasons we know, for our democracy, for civic engagement and civic participation, that this valuable asset to community thrives for the long term, not just the foreseeable future. So I thank you, Joe and Sean and the board and all the leaders who work hard every day to make sure that happens. I do want to say a couple other things on a personal level. You do age differently when you look at that video. It was striking. I said to Dorothy, I says, my hair was so high, I think zoning required me to lower it as the last part of my career. And the other thing that came to mind, I looked at my boys at the table cracking up. I said, I'm not going to hear the end of this for about the rest of summer. But to do my small part as a public official, as Mayor of Somerville, to help the Media Center is one of the fun things I got to do, and I'm glad we had some success. And I swear that I'll continue to do that work as a resident of the community. The Media Center has meant so much to this community, and we got to make sure we work damn hard that it stays here for a long, long time for the next generation of leaders. Thank you very much for this distinguished honor. I am flattered. Appreciate it.
Again, 18 years of a mayorship. Don't sneeze at it, folks. Once again, Joe, on behalf of the board, our members, and the community, thank you so much for what you've done. We do have one more very brief speaker who would like to say something, and I'm going to charge him for it. Please welcome the current mayor of the city of Somerville, Jake Wilson.
Thank you all. It's such a pleasure to be here with you. I'm going to find out what I'm being charged to be here beyond the ticket. Thank you to Sean, to the Somerville Media Center, to everyone who helped bring us together tonight. And Joe, congratulations. The awards, let's give it up again for Joe. The award really, there you are down there. You moved on me. The award really is a fitting one because public service really has been a through line of your work for decades. You know, you served the city, as we know, 18 years. I'm wrapping my mind around that. I'm 5 months in. So the idea of 18 is wild. And before that, as an alderman, I know a little bit about that transition as well. And since leaving office, you've continued to lead in public life as a voice for cities, climate, innovation, and local leadership. During your time as mayor, I experienced almost all of it. You were elected right before I moved to Somerville. I moved here in mid-2004, so in your first year as mayor. Somerville changed in ways that are still shaping the city that we know today. You helped push forward the Green Line extension, and that is massive. I remember the advocacy that took to make that a reality in our city, and that has been transformative. You helped bring national attention to our city, and you positioned us as a place where you could think big, act boldly, and still hold on to that neighborhood feel. Through it all, you helped make it clear that Somerville's not a city that waits around for someone else to solve its problems, which makes it feel so right to honor you here with the Somerville Media Center. SMC has long been one of the places where the community tells its own story, where residents can share their passions, debate hard issues, celebrate local culture, and document this life of this city. Joe, your public service has been part of that same story. You helped shape modern Somerville, and the impact of that work is visible and still resonates across this city. So tonight, on behalf of the city of Somerville, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your belief in this amazing city of ours. And with that, we have a short video. Did the video already happen? My remarks might be outdated. I think we saw a short video. Is there another video? I'm a little late coming here. I had to present my own budget tonight. Joe did that 18 times. Wow. It's a lot. But is there, I don't know, is there a video? We're done with the videos. Okay. Anyway, let's give it up again for Joe Curtatone. We appreciate you so much, Joe.
Listen, I just want to say we have more time, more food, more drinks, more conviviality. Listen, from the bottom, we do have a raffle that's taking place, as Sean has said. Right over here, they're still accepting whatever they accept for raffle tickets. I don't know. I don't get involved. They don't let me near the cash. I want to thank you all. Sean and I are so grateful for your support. It's a new media center. It's a new day. Our members are here, the steadfast members, Melanie Morris and Yvette Wilkes and Joanne Ravicchio and many others who have stuck with us through good times and bad times, through the pandemic, through the closures. We welcome all of you to become members of the Somerville Media Center. And Sean, you want to close us out?
You have said everything that needs to be said. Nice done.
He said I said everything he wanted to say, which is the prerogative of the president of the board. We're going to invite our friends from the band Superior to come back on stage and play us out for the next half hour or so. Thank you, everybody.